Mech 201 Systems Approach Lab 2. Here we have an EMI chart of a dispensing machine in the resting position. We have the signals in the top left hand corner of our inputs and outputs. Our outputs are connected to the related inputs. In the top right hand corner we have our key. So inputs are green, outputs are orange, our pneumatics or air is blue, and our electrical components are indicated by a yellow arrow. So we know these components and components connected to them are electrical. So in the resting position we have the Hall effect sensor A1 setting off input to a output here, and so the pneumatic power is being displaced in actuator A, and so when the start button is hit in auto, it then starts the process by sending pneumatic power to actuator C. It presses down, and once it presses down, then sets off this sensor, and this sensor goes into the PLC and then has both actuator C and actuator A retract, and then once actuator A and C are retracted, it sets off the Hall sensor A1, and A1 then sends a signal to the PLC and then an output to actuator B to extend. Once actuator B is extended, it sets off this Hall sensor that then sends a signal back to the PLC and then to the output D, and then sends the pneumatic power to actuator D, launching the puck into the ramp. And then both actuator D and B retract, and then once they are fully retracted, actuator A will fully extend, and then Hall sensor A1 will send a signal letting the PLC know that it is back in the resting position and ready to be started for another cycle. And then in the manual position, the start button starts each phase manually, and that is the system.